Thank you, sir. Well, we move to Inferno now. Disappointing game for mousesports. Kind of captain obvious stuff there. What do you expect on Inferno?
Ooh, I mean, it is a much better map for both teams, I would say, ultimately. So it should be an interesting one. Yesterday we saw mousesports with a very, very dominant and solid CT side against Vici. Vici, though, definitely a very different team and definitely not as seasoned as ENCE. So, you know, I don't think that it will see anything like that in this game here. On mousesports on the T side and ENCE on the CT side. So I'm really curious how the defaults are going to go for mousesports. They really struggled to get their defaults working on Mirage, but it should be easier for them here. And that's really where they need to start things. So we'll see ENCE going for an aggressive push down middle here with Sunny on the pistol. Love to see this. And it's almost as though mousesports expect it. They're playing very passive.
Well, see, so just chill in the middle of mids and still deliver a headshot. How can they respond to this? How do you call for this? Karragan's going to peek from the bottom of mid, but he's carrying the bomb, so does he overcommit? Does he try and help his teammate? Woxic on Banana is kind of sandwiched between top Banana and bottom of mid. There's a smoke as well to isolate Karragan now, or isolate Woxic from Karragan. He'll take one, but it'll be traded. 3 versus 3. There's a pistol. This really could go either way, despite the crazy position. The bomb spotted down second mid, but Frozen will come in the apartments and take out Sergey.
Yeah, and that's the A-bomb's like completely taken over now for mousesports. It's a fantastic position to be in. They managed to handle the chaos very well. They were in a lot of bad positions thanks to ENCE's great aggression, but it's not worked out quite as ENCE would have liked it to. ENCE do not have a kit in hand at this point, and they will make their way up middle together. And it looks like Chris J will get a slight tag onto Alu, which is rather annoying for him. And the post-bomb positioning is going to be very difficult to deal with. That's a nade that might do some serious damage indeed, almost killing Chris J in one go from 100 HP. Sevens, they need to finish it off though.
Yeah, in a hard position behind boxes from Ali's angle, especially. X7 finally gets there, but now it's just X7. It's got to go quick. Both players are tagged. Chris J will finish it off. He will survive with 11 HP, and there's a pistol round for mousesports. How they want to start, put ENCE on the back foot to kick things off on their CT side. Some HE grenades will be collected by ENCE. Will it be a force buy though? It will be a force buy behind it. So 3 HE grenades, Aerial, X7 and Sunny are the grenade men, if you will. And there's a lot of smoke grenades which have been bought as well. So it seems there'll be an early air raid by the Finns, and then they'll try to put mousesports into an error-making situation with the smoke grenades. Some patience, there's one. And another one. Woxic won't be happy with that. There's a late HE as well. But it could be a hell of a lot worse for mousesports, so that is for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Could have gone much worse, and they'll just be chilling for now, making sure that they can defend against any untoward aggression. But now starting to make their way up Banana, clearing everything, and obviously, we can see that ENCE is not really invested too much in staying with Banana control, despite all the nades that they have. They could have tried to, behind the nades, really try to force the issue, try to take that deep Banana control. But the issue with that is that mousesports would absolutely be able to wait the smokes out and then have a significant advantage. So definitely makes sense that ENCE decide ultimately to just play passively on the bomb sites. But you are playing the guessing game too, because you don't have an ability in a round like this to get information to know where to stack your players if you're ENCE. So it's a guessing game, and looks like mousesports will. This is what Thorin was talking about. Just the mid-round calls, seesawing on the map. That's what this map is really iconic for. The T's seesawing the CTs around.
Pop flash top mid, through the smoke they go. 2 players moonwalking, jumping. And I see that nobody is there. There's a flash towards the arch position, but there are no frags just yet. 26 seconds and smokes are still up. This is a problem. Ali's going to have a chance. That'll run distraction as well as get a kill. Smoked off his position, but look at all these smoke grenades. These ones are from mousesports, but surely they invite some variants as well. Robs will deliver as well, Chris J and Frozen, so it could be a hell of a lot worse. But Sunny has an angle on the bomb and a Krieg, but not for long. The round will be secured by mousesports. That position with Sunny looked dangerous, but they had a numbers to trade if needed. mousesports will survive with 3. Again, those kind of rounds when a side switch, I think, will be interesting for ENCE if they can do better than they did sometimes on Mirage. 2-0 from ours. The force buy failed for ENCE. This is a clean eco from them. Absolutely nothing invested. 5 USPs, and 4 of them will head towards the A area, it seems. Will they be going down mid again? Looks like it's the race cars. They will go into the drill of Woxic. Doesn't quite have the spray down with the Krieg, it seems, but they'll get there eventually. No casualties for mousesports. A nice brief eco round. Now let's see what the situation will be for ENCE on their buy round. Will they have shortcomings in terms of grenades? Will this make them more likely to make an aggressive play? Prioritizing the M4s, but they still got a good amount of grenades.
Yeah, this is now really where the game begins, and it'll be interesting to see exactly how ENCE decide to handle their CT side. They do have enough utility to get a bit aggressive on Banana if they want, and they do send 3 players towards Banana at the beginning of the round, so we can expect to see some aggression here. Frozen getting deep with that Mach 10, trying to do the damage, and he will find X7, who will be traded out by Carrigan. That's a big win already for the T side. It gets even better. Carrigan with a 2nd kill, and oh my god, Sunny investing. That if Sunny went down there, the round's well, actually, maybe the round wouldn't have been over, but either way, it is a 2v3 for mousesports to deal with. They've got over a minute to play with, so there's plenty of space on the map to work with.
Fantastic effort from Sunny. Rops has an angle, but he can't deal with Alu. Thought that one was guaranteed, but apparently not. Alu will buy some time for Aerial to trade the kill at the very least. And that's the first round on the board for ENCE. The AWP will not be rescued. But Aerial has a Krieg, and that might end up being a better value proposition. We'll have to see.
So really, that 2nd kill from Sunny, that was really what did it. That was a really big push from him. Sunny doesn't get that. The B-bomb side is likely lost immediately. What a spray transfer. But that was a lot of damage. mousesports did a lot of damage there. They have another buy. ENCE need to find a way to secure this one as well. They've got an MP9. They don't have the AWP. It's going to be tough. Are they looking to get aggressive here or not? Flashbang. Quick jump spot to see if it's safe, and here comes a push from mousesports through the smoke, not working out. Some spray through that smoke on both sides, and Rops meanwhile will push the balcony here, and he's going to find the back of one, but will he get caught off by Aerial on the site, playing very passively? Oh no, he served his teammate up to Rops, but at least there's a trade.
Yeah, you're just not expecting a T to creep out of the balcony like that so early as well in the round, in the game. That is a very brazen play from Rops, and that will definitely take ENCE by surprise. Something to look out for later on. And again, doing it so early, maybe that makes them more afraid of plays like that later on. Maybe they use more utility. Maybe they play further back, play more passive, give you more map control. 3v3 as most of, well, all of mousesports make their way to the A-bomb site. Only Aerial is here. You'll hear the sound cues of these grenades and maybe call for the rotation. Sunny starting to creep, X7 behind him. Aerial holding his ground for now. Almost 2, but not quite.
Yeah, so much responsibility on Aerial, but he has done enough. You know, 2v2, the positioning for Sunny and X7 is pretty good. Oh, X7 trying to get beyond the Molotov, but actually decides to back away. Almost got the kill there. Maybe Sunny can finish it off. He hears the sound cues, knows exactly where his opponent is. Drop behind him, and that's an easy kill for Sunny, leaving everything on Frozen. 2 players attacking into his position. He's going to have to be very precise on this one. The spray doesn't do it. And that's another round clinched by ENCE. Another round where they only survive with 2. So mousesports with the bomb plant will likely opt to keep the aggression up.
2 from 2 for ENCE. That will be enough for the time being. And they take 2 Kriegs as well, which is always handy, especially with the money for mousesports. If they try to use a numbers game towards B or something, they could get cut to ribbons. We'll have to see how it works. Actually, Rob's had 6,000 plus, so they will be able to spread the wealth. Not quite on the border of an eco, but they will be light on grenades. You can see Carrigan with none, same for Woxic. But they've got plenty. They have more than enough. And again, with the numbers game on the T side, maybe that will be abused to make up for the lack of grenade, trying to burst, play that trade game. Initial exchange towards Banana. Frozen will not want to be tagged by his teammate by accident. HE's towards the tree. I still miss the days where you could be boosted into the trees on Inferno. 1 Banana, 1 by CT or B. But here we are. Do ENCE choose to go deeper? Looks like Chris J might be lining up a flashbang. No, he's going up second mid. Well, there's one spotted. Sunny presses Q at the wrong time, but wants to maybe play it safer. Hot flash. Does he have a look? There's a second one. Doesn't quite land the shot, though. was willing to stand his ground. And Aero's been picked off again. Rops with these early plays from the balcony is being a nuisance.
Yeah, he's been such an MVP for mousesports so far. It's such impressive and pivotal and impactful plays, forcing ENCE in this round all the way to the most desperate positions. Sergey able to get a nice kill there. That's a lot of damage. He's looking good in this position. Back against the wall. He may have some assistance soon, but not soon enough. Woxic will take him down. Alu now will swing through around Boiler to apartments to begin potentially flanking through Balk, but seems like he will go back towards the porch position as X7 will make his way in from the library position. Woxic and Rops wait patiently. It's the classic site and pit setup. It's pretty robust, but Woxic's health is not. Ali will make his way forwards now with X7, looking for that first pick, and Rops is going to just push out of the pit position to take down Ali. That's actually such a strong maneuver.
Wox's position on the box was absolutely perfect. The pillar completely covered him. He saw the creep. There's a risk going past those hay bales positions, exposing yourself to the pit to find a player on the site, but Woxic elevated, and yet he was just pixel perfect in his position. That was really smart stuff from Woxic, because if he goes down there, it's potentially a very different end to that round, but put himself in a position to win, and here we are. mousesports make it to 4. And again, Dan mentioned ENCE survived with 2 players in those previous rounds, and that puts them on eco. It's just too expensive. It's not enough to survive just with 2 players, as evidenced by this round. And here comes the aggression. Rob's keeping the CTs honest. Again, he's been such a nuisance with his aggressive plays towards the balcony on 2 occasions now. But this time, he will just look for that rotation, slowly slink away with his AK-47 as mousesports focus on B.
Well, that's a decent nade. And as you say, focus on B looks to be going very well indeed. There's not too much that, of course, ENCE can really offer up here. Dink is had by 7, which is very nice, but it's not really going to do too much in the grand scheme of things. I like this picture with Rops and the flag. Like, it looks like he's got these blue particle effects, like he's kind of like some magician. And magic coming out of his hand.
What kind of magic?
I don't know.
Cards, rabbit?
Counter-Strike magic.
Counter-Strike magic. Well, I'm interested to see if ENCE will, for example, try to make an aggressive play towards the apartments. Rob's so familiar with the apps on both sides of the map. CT side and T side. Really been a thorn in the side so far for ENCE, and again, their money's in a brittle situation now. Alu the lowest with 4,400. It's good average of kills on mousesports at the moment. Sergey not having a great time at present. He's currently 1 for 7 for ENCE on the CT side. We'll see if he can turn it around. There's plenty of time and there's plenty of play to be had. And indeed, have a look at ENCE. They're going to put 2 men in the apartment, so they're tired. They're fed up with Rops' plays. Rops is forcing ENCE to change their game, but maybe Rops is expecting this because he's going more passive now. Again, and not being too predictable in how he approaches every round. He's been a nuisance. He's pushed balcony on multiple occasions, and he's forced ENCE to have a bigger investment into the apartments.
Oh my god. He's absolutely owned Aerial with that HE. Somehow Rops just knows. One other thing, I mean, whilst we're bigging up Rops, James, he is the, I think he's the highest level pro that plays on native resolution at 1920 by 1080, 69. So Rops is a hero in my eyes for that. Flashbangs through to the B-bomb site now as mousesports go for the attack. Not too much here in terms of a defense. It looks like a pretty damn good choice in terms of mousesports making plays, and they've got themselves the pick that they need to break open that bomb site and secure that bomb plant. They've locked out Sunny with the utility. It's looking rather dire here for ENCE in terms of a retake. Do they decide to go for it? With their money being so low, I don't think they can really afford to go for this retake, James.
Let's see, they've got 1 incendiary on Sergey, which could go towards New Box, but first he would have to clear Banana. I think this might be, well, Sunny's in a very forward position. I was going to say I think it depends on Sergey. They've got a smoke maybe to invite T to focus on the bomb site itself rather than Banana, and Sergey will eventually creep, so that seems to be the plan. But Woxic is a non-believer. They are starting to fall back now. Lost a player. Sergey's at a point of no return, but with that frag, maybe he can fall back a little. Just keeps killing. He'll make it expensive for mousesports at the very least, but it'll be more expensive for ENCE. They're the ones with only 2 rounds from 8 at the moment. Well, they tempted it. They didn't lose everything. But again, it's another round in the bag for mousesports. 3 in a row, either side of those 2 from ENCE.
This is kind of an opposite, or rather the reverse of the first map, where it seemed like, you know, ENCE are now in mousesports' shoes from that Mirage game, where it's looking like they have some stuff, but ultimately they can't ever get a grip. And everything's going the way of mousesports. mousesports making all the right calls. You know, Rops is finding value from all of his lurk plays. The money, you know, mousesports are always creating, economy problems for ENCE. So it's like night and day for mousesports on Inferno here. It's looking really good. I think ENCE have really had money, like a full proper buy so far. We saw Ali with an AWP, like, what, once?
Yeah,
I think.
that I can recall.
And I think I remember him dying in the cubby at the end of the round, and then they won the round with 2, but they couldn't recover the AWP. So it's really been difficult for the Finns.
Yeah, and this does not look like it's going to get any better, not this particular round anyway. Rifles for Ariel and Alu, not much bought around it, as they'll keep the money together rather than the weapons. So X7 will be alone towards B with the Deagle, and there'll be 4 players, including both rifles for ENCE towards the A bomb site. You can see there's some poking and prodding to be done, maybe a double peek, as we've got Alu on one side and Ariel on the other. And there we go. Not seeing much in the mid position. Looks like Sonny will make his way towards B, but he's only got a USP, so perhaps worst case scenario, the rifles will be saved on A. But again, the money is together, so there's no guarantee in that respect. Once more, Rops is the man to cut off the rotation. He's in that second mid area outside the apartments in case anybody tries to make their way down mid. Carrigan moving towards that pool position. Great cover. Almost a headshot spot, more or less is. And Sonny will be the first player to get taken out. Another one of the rifles is making its way over. It's Alu with the M4A4. He has a HE as well. Could try and bounce it towards that default plant spot, but he is keeping his range. Some taps towards Carrigan. I'm not sure if he headshot him, but he's down to 20.
It's like the same situation as we saw previously. Mouse was just finding their way into Banana pretty quickly. It's really difficult for ENCE because their economy's been just not ideal. They don't really have all the utility in the world to take Banana control. And when you don't have Banana control as the CTs, it is a struggle. Seven to 2 for mousesports. They're looking great, looking confident. All right, so we'll get the full buy from ENCE. We get the full nation rally? Not quite. They need to win a round with more than 2 players alive. They really need that badly. I would not be surprised to see 3 players Banana. I would not be surprised to see ENCE trying to invest in taking Banana control here. There we go. 3 towards Banana again. Double orbs. Sunny on the second orb. Should be interesting.
It's got to be frustrating with Rob's one step ahead of the apartment area as far as the CTs are concerned. We'll see how that develops in what remains of the first round. Psychological warfare is being played by Robs in that respect. He has been a real pain. Started well on Mirage and continues on Inferno. Alu is taken out. The AWP has not been so effective for ENCE in this game so far. That's a big frag, and you can see mousesports are hungry, pursuing the A bomb site pretty promptly. The entire team is here. Chris J moving back down mid. Sunny's the only man towards B now. X7 makes his way into library, and he will eat one in the face.
This is fantastic pacing from mousesports. Really not missing a beat here, but Ariel with a heroic defense, trying to make it doable with a double. Can he get anything else here? Tagged down. He finds a 3rd kill with the M4 from Pit. That's absolutely insane. And Frozen and Carrigan are stuck in place now. And that's a nice pop coming in from Sunny, leaving Carrigan all alone in the clutch. 40 seconds, so there is time to find these kills. And he is going to creep his way out. He might actually be able to make his way to the B-bomb site. That would be absolutely insane. Oh wow, he's he's actually making his way down mid. Are they? Do they understand? It looks like Sunny understands that there is a possibility of this, so he's going to make his way across. Does Carrigan think that that's a possibility? Because Sunny's posted up with an orb. I don't know that he's going to miss this shot. Oh, he's running across the angle. That's going to be a wrap for Carrigan. It's a good effort, but a much-needed round for ENCE. But it seems like the pattern of surviving with 2 players will be persistent.
I love the... Just after Carrigan starts running, Sunny seems to realize what could be and almost starts running at exactly the same time. That was really interesting, but here we are. 7-3 for mousesports on the T side. It's their turn to deliver the devastation. I think for most they thought that the hardest parts of the game for ENCE would start on Inferno, and it definitely looks a hell of a lot more difficult at the moment. Smoke down Banana, X7 and Sunny are making a significant investment, trying to take something away from mousesports. However, the body bags will contain an ENCE player. They have position, but that man advantage may be more important in the long term. A resmoke of Banana. Time will be purchased, but they can't get a respawn. Not in this round. Or any round.
Yeah. So you can see mousesports have really slowed the pace down. They get that pick. You know, by slowing the pace, you know, you can create a situation where people go aggressive, they'll waste more utility, and the quick pop flash, and they found themselves some value. Taking down a player around the half wall can suggest in a situation like this that maybe the CT's actually trying to stack 3 towards A. And, well, mousesports can just rally themselves all together now and just attack one bomb site. And if they do it correctly, they'll be fine. More utility going into the B site to make it a little bit easier. Sergey playing retake on the B bomb site, not committing himself by having a position on the site, but playing outside of it, holding onto construction so his teammates can have a chance at retaking this. But it doesn't look good. I don't think they'd be successful once retaking the B bomb site. And it seems like it might be the same story here. Alu is creeping with the orb, and he does hit a nice shot, but he takes a lot of damage for it. There's 3 more players to kill, though. Goodbye, Alu. Goodbye, Ariel. A goodnight kiss from Frozen's AK-47. And that's 8 rounds now for mousesports. They're looking indomitable.
Ding dong at the end of the round from Frozen. Nasty stuff and very difficult situation for ENCE. It's got to be really frustrating. Just such a lack of success on this CT side for them. And it's back into Eco Town. Not much to offer, really. Well, that said, they've got reasonable pistols, and the HEs are out once again. And once more, they've got 3 players towards the B bomb site. Early HEs down mid, but they might have wished for more damage. mousesports will have some grenades of their own, and without Kevlar, those grenades will do a hell of a lot more. mousesports looking confident. Carrigan is here. He's ready. He's willing. A quick swing, some warning shots, but they've got plenty of time. mousesports. Carrigan leading actually with 12 kills. Woxic and Frozen with 10 apiece. Suggest a push towards the B bomb site with that smoke grenade. Again, you saw Ali was walking along Speedway. If you are behind the sandbags as a T, if CTs run along Speedway, you can hear it, which is why sometimes you see CTs take the longer rotation.
I think of that mid control, and ENCE know what's up. They are sorely out of position. Again, just Carrigan has been really making the correct calls on the T side. Seemingly always beating the rotation, always catching ENCE out of position. Ariel can't get any damage, or rather any kills at least, but 9-3 now, and it hasn't been successful whatsoever for ENCE, but it's not too late to turn it around. There's still a potential of 3 more rounds that ENCE could win for a 6-9 finish in the first half, which would definitely keep them in the game. But they have to find a way to... I don't know where it starts, James. It feels like mousesports are kind of beating them in every category, so...
Yep, they don't have many rounds left to try and fight for in this first half. Just 3 on the board. It's just not enough. We have the usual exchange. 3-play start towards Banana for ENCE. Sergey rotates back towards the A-bomb site. Sunny and X7 left in position. They haven't been shy in this spot. There's a wide swing from X7, but is one kill enough if you're going to get traded? 4 versus 4 with 1:30 on the clock for mousesports. And Sergey's forced to come back towards the B-bomb site. Sunny has an off angle with an AWP. So ENCE, they're trying to get more aggressive. They're trying to make a difference, to have better starts to this round, but mousesports keep making it bad for them.
Beautiful push from Sunny. He goes back to the well, and he is going to come up very successful. The second kill is had, and that is absolutely beautiful. They needed something, the confidence to just go for that repeak. Really good to see from Sunny. It can be difficult to have that confidence when you're being beaten down like this, to go for those extra repeats, those confidence plays. It's you know, as a Pokemon, James, you know, sometimes when you're losing, you start to tighten up. You get afraid. But it's
I
good.
don't.
It's good.
It's just you.
It's good to see that Sunny is not affected. No tightening up for Sunny. Chris J will try to do what he can. He's trying to fake the plant in the smoke there. He actually is going to bait out some shots, which gets him some information as to some of the positioning that the CTs have. Gets himself a 1v1 on the site. There surely is no chance. He's actually going to commit to the plant. There's a guy right there, Sunny, in the new box position. Chris J's actually looking for the 1v1. If he can get the killer and get into this position, oh no, oh no. It's actually possible now. What the hell is going on, James? Okay, madness is, I mean, well, sanity's been restored thanks to Alu.
That was a great information play from Chris J.
Yeah.
The smoke on the site gives him some position, or more options for position. The bomb plant tells him where both the CTs are. He gets the 1 versus 1. He's got the brazen play, because in most cases they can play for the round win and play the 3 versus 1. So I respect that. It was really nice work. But and it's some damage for the final rounds if it has any relevance.
Well, James, it's still the same pattern. 4 rounds won by ENCE, and every single time only 2 players have survived. So that was the round where they needed to, you know, they should have had more than 2 players surviving, but it just seems to be the way of the universe at the moment for them. Yeah,
it was a good effort by Chris J, and all that work pushes X7 onto a UMP rather than a rifle. Carrigan will get exploded. So here we go. This is what ENCE have been waiting for, and it's taken them 14 rounds. An early advantage on Inferno without a traded kill.
Yeah, it's interesting that it's the double orbs. You know, it's really where they found the success. Getting that, having the AWP option towards A and also at B simultaneously is definitely strong. But there's absolutely ways to deal with it if you're the B side, and I'm sure that is something that mousesports will be thinking about. Meanwhile, Ali will pick off Rops. And Christian's going to make his way through the top mid, so... actually creeping through the smoke here. This is an interesting play. They're in a 3v5. Someone's got to come up huge, and he does find a timing. Catches Sunny off guard. All of a sudden, Woxic picks up a kill as well. That's Alu dead, and there's nobody left on the A site. Now things swing into the favor of mousesports here.
X7 and Sergey in CT. Ariel's got a long rotation. They all have kits. There's a smoke. X7 has an incendiary. He could use it for inside the site if he knows the lineup. AWP collected. And it seems they will fight for a 5th round rather than 6 rounds in the first half as they fall away from the A bomb site. mousesports, this is a great half for them so far. 11-4 would be absolutely fantastic, especially since they're a map down at the moment. It's a great statement to make on map 2. If they can win it in convincing fashion.
It's really interesting because, you know, you can see that mousesports, the fluidity that they didn't have, that they were searching for on the first map, you can see here that they're capable of it. They've been very fluid here. They've had great pacing, great communication, and they're looking very disciplined, but they couldn't find that on the first map. They looked very disjointed. They couldn't seem to synergize correctly. But as you say, this is proof that they can do it. So, and it is scary once it's firing off. ENCE looking to scramble now for a desperate 5th round. They have at least an AWP and a lot of utility, a full buy essentially to do it with.
watch out for them grenades, because you know they're coming. But does Sonny go towards the tree, or does he go to the other side? I'm thinking the tree. Holding on to it for now, however. And Frozen will join Karrigan, so now his chances are even better. Fadeaway Molotov, there is an exchange of mollies. And now he doesn't quite have the angle for the HE. Okay, the one off the wall.
This is quite amusing. Both teams are trying to bait out one another's utility. Both teams want to try to get the advantage in the utility battle. But it's really the T's that have to make the moves because they're running out of time. And that's a fantastic fadeaway HE.
Maximum damage. There were so many different options for the HE. I was really curious to see if he would get anything from it. And he got as much as you could possibly ask for. But can they capitalize on this end? So we've got a 5 versus 4. There are around 45 seconds left on the clock. Rob's causing more shenanigans towards the A bomb site, where the bomb is. Now Frozen's just lurking towards B alone. Smoke's just been dropped by the ENCE players. Alu is playing Arch from Speedway. So ENCE are really unsure as to where the final intentions of mousesports are, who are in control of top mid. And Frozen's rotated away from B towards A to join them. It's a 4 versus 2 on the A bomb site, a crossfire, Sergey and Aerial.
It's definitely strong, that's Incendiary. Could do some damage. Nice shot from Karrigan. I don't even know how he managed to pull that one off. Oh no, Woxic is going to eliminate Sergey as well on the bomb site. It's looking rather grim now, but the time is... Well, they'll just have enough time to get that bomb planted. Woxic in position for the safe plant at the back of the site. Well, 2 players on the site, and that molly could cause some issues. Doesn't go quite deep enough though. And it's all on this swing. The 2-man swing from Arch. X7 will creep. He will get shot in the side of the head. Okay, well, looks like the story will continue as per it has on this half, which is mousesports just dominating ENCE individually.
Here comes the swing. Done with the round now. That play from Karrigan was really, really awesome. 11-4, that's a great half. Karrigan was low, picked up the AWP, bunny hopped to double stack. Maybe had a read of what the likely situation was with a crossfire play or something along those lines. So bunny hops to double stack and kills the player under the balcony. That looked absolutely ridiculous. We saw it from the other side of the map, but just saw him bouncing along. Looked absurd. And he's got 13 kills now. Karrigan, Chris J, and Woxic all on 13, Frozen on 14. Again, a good average of kills on mousesports. Everybody's turning up. And 11-4 on the T side of Inferno is, I think, in a lot of cases, insurmountable. I won't say in all cases, though. The pistol would certainly help for ENCE. They didn't win the pistol in the first half. Maybe they can in the second. I
think, if they have a solid game plan, as far as their T side is concerned, they've done their research. They've really worked their socks off in that degree. We've seen that. We've seen this situation be turned around. If a team's prepared enough, it can be turned around if you've got a really solid T-side game plan. So I'm hoping that that's the case. We know that they can have a high degree of synergy. They can be explosive. Their team play and their spacing and just these T-side fundamentals that can be very strong for ENCE. And this is a map where that can really pay off. So I'm hoping that we see that. I'm really hoping that they find a way to get something working here. But mousesports, they're going to be so confident off the back of that first half result. So we'll see if that confidence will be enough to close things down. We, of course, must start with a pistol. And ENCE are looking for a strong start. They may have picked the right side of the map because there's only 1 player towards B.
X7 and Alu with smokes and flashes. No P250s, but I can forgive them because they clearly have intentions. 2-man rotation towards the B bomb site, but will they get there in time? Karrigan's good for 1. Chris J and Woxic on the way. Chris J had the flash, but Karrigan's long gone now. Getting closer to the site. Chris J carrying the kit. Rob's bottom of banana already. Had his fun on the T side and in apartments, but this time it's towards the B bomb site. There goes the flash. They break their way in, but where are all the Ts? Mostly on banana. 50-50 in terms of the fragging. Rob's not expecting Alu to be there, and that leaves Chris J in a 1 versus 2. Again, he has a defuse kit. Alu making him really go deep for the kill. This will burn a lot of time, and then Aerial will have all the information if Chris is successful, but he won't be. Alu has the USP and the headshot and the pistol round. ENCE make it to 5.
That's so beautiful to see, and it's so important. Now, mousesports has some decisions to make. Again, you can have this is one of the maps. This map and Train, I would say, probably the 2 strongest maps in terms of a CT4 spy on the second round after losing the pistol. You know, the smoke grenades have massive value, massive implications. There's lots of close ranges you can work with, where the 5.7s, the P50s, the Deagles, very dangerous CZs as well. So mousesports are trying to make this work for themselves, and ENCE should absolutely have a good plan against such a round. They've got a couple Mac 10s. That's a great HE though. Sunny down to 50 HP immediately. And Carrigan and Frozen looking to go aggressive here, but looks like Frozen will be lost, and maybe Carrigan as well. Indeed, Sergey though taking down Sunny, who was very weakened, of course. But a 4 versus 3 quickly in a round like this, that's a gift.
Taking a kill bonus away from mousesports. Sergey will collect the bomb as Woxic makes his way towards the B bomb site. He will see that nobody is there just yet, so perhaps they'll keep the other 2 players towards A. With Chris J close to Boiler, however, he may wonder what's going on. Well, he wonders no more. Sergey will pop him in the head as the bomb spotted, but not really in a place of commitment. Alu has a nice angle, but if Woxic swung on it wide or peeked it wide, don't know what might have happened there. We've got the bunny hopping, the Super Mario Brothers into the A bomb site to finish out the round, and ENCE have made it 2-6. They've gone beyond the halfway point, if you will. 5 rounds behind mousesports now, and mousesports money sucks. This will be an eco round.
The fact that they only lost 1 player is pretty huge in that round, because they shouldn't lose any players here as well, and that's going to give them a lot of resilience, economically speaking, in the future rounds and the rounds to come. Obviously, they don't have too much of a buffer of rounds because they got so few rounds on their CT side, but this is a great way to start. And sending Sunny with that Mac 10 towards top banana, try to get some information, some position. And you can, one thing that you really want to do with these Mac 10s is use them as expendable information gathering tools. And that way you can avoid running into a stack. And mousesports, they can't really push for info because they don't want to risk dying. They'd rather try to gamble. And so they're gambling towards A at the moment. And Carrigan with the smoke will try to slow them down. And the way to counter this is just to go through this smoke. But of course you can't know what's behind it. And that's kind of the point of it.
You make it sound so simple, Dan. Just go through the smoke.
So you got the Mac 10 there. You can gamble the Mac 10, see what's actually happening. Is it a bait? Is it not a bait? But they decide to try to keep everyone alive, and now they go for the top mid take. Well, there are 4 players.
Yeah, 3 of them sitting on the bomb site itself, so they all try to hide the information. Rob's taken out, but there is another creep behind him. Frozen now, around the corner with a Deagle behind the smoke. Sergey's just standing on banana. Not doing much of anything just yet, but here we go. There's Sunny. He's going to be the inspection man. They're really respecting that smoke, which is promising. Frozen's got them lined up, but there's no kills just yet for mousesports, and ENCE will survive with all the players alive. The Mac 10's putting in work. Some nice kill bonuses for them as well. We see X7 almost at $8,000 before he buys a grenade. So again, it's a high-pressure situation for mousesports. They've got to be successful and in the numbers, because ENCE have a full buy in the hole, and that's an issue when you're trying to secure your own economy on the CT side.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see if ENCE can get off to a good start here. mousesports, they've got full utility except on Woxic.
Oh no!
Yikes!
Oh boy! Oh no!
Yes. I don't know why people are doing that, James. Because I've got a butterfly knife and I'm right click spamming it all the time. Either way, we'll have the push behind the smoke on banana as they vibe for that banana control. Maybe a flash over that smoke. They of course do have the Mac 10 on X7. Although he is towards the apartments right now. So they'll just keep Sergey in banana, looking to defend against the CT push. The CT's having invested a deep banana smoke is worrying. It does feel like they might push it if they're a T player, and the push comes out to top mid, and Chris J defends.
That is a pretty fast ding-dong from Chris J, unable to escape, however. Alu is there to deal with the issue. We've got a lurk smoke on the balcony, which will be a point of concern. A pop flash towards banana. It's a fast-moving round. Sergey sees one falling back. Frozen can't go to CT, but he can take Sergey out. And Alu and Sunny have a combined 9 HP, kind of crawling to the B bomb sites at this point. Sunny will try to create some space for himself. That Molotov is quite nice. Smoke in front of the fountain. So mousesports don't really know what to expect over there. And that's a good way to deal with being in a low health situation. However, Sunny will start to rotate elsewhere. We've got the isolation. Oh no, it's a variation actually into the arch itself. Normally that lineup is to isolate library from Arch. X7, will he survive? Oh, everybody's low now. Carrigan could have a brazen play, and he's the kind of person who'll do it. Through the smoke he goes, and it will be expensive for mousesports. We said already, ENCE have a full buy in the hole. Only 2 players survive, and now mousesports are in a situation that ENCE were in the first half.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for ENCE, that's for sure. It's obviously not, you know, ideal having to lose a round to get an opportunity, but maybe it will work out for them. A couple Kriegs coming out. No one's, you know, hopefully backstabbing each other in spawn. That would be nice. The utility is very favorable towards ENCE here. So ENCE have a big advantage if they want to take banana. mousesports kind of have to fight or just give it up entirely. And looks like they might go for the fight, actually. Frozen's very committed with Carrigan. The 2-man setup here, and the nade actually blocks Aerial's movement. That's very disappointing for Aerial. And the trades here will continue until it's 3v3, and banana control has been taken by the ENCE team, and they have B completely open for business.
Chris J walking down mid, but X7 might have a masterstroke. Up he goes. The pre-fire as well. He knows exactly where Woxic is. Woxic doing his best to open up the map, but he can't do it. Rops is close now. He has no kit. He's got 3 players to take care of. Only 2 of which are towards the B bomb site, but he can't know that. So even if he somehow managed to frag 2 of them, he may be looking for that 3rd player, especially with no kit. He's heard Alu in the pool, so maybe he gets one for free, but Alu's going to have a look. He will take him out. But now what is the goal here? Rops is on 17 HP. He could do with holding onto his weapon, but he's going to have to run for it. Or maybe he'll try to frag out because he knows he's going to be hunted. Sonny's on the way, and down he goes. The worst has happened. Again, that full buy from ENCE that was in a hole has definitely come to fruition. And they'll put mousesports back into eco territory as they continue to catch up. You have to start to wonder if mousesports will get nervous soon. That 4-round lead is likely to become 3 in a minute or 2.
It is starting to look kind of good for ENCE. That's the, you know, that was the must-win round, you know, that to have a good chance in this one, to create some breathing space. So once again, it's anti-eco. They've actually been extremely good on the anti-ecos in terms of keeping players alive. So double Mac 10s have been once again summoned to deal with a round like this, and it's so far looking pretty good. They get the kill on the Chris J. They've opened up top mid. They know there's a player around Boiler and Balcony, and there's the spot. You can see the right eye versus left eye there. You can barely see Rops. Cannot make it into a safe position. So once again, ENCE looking like they may have a clean sheet in these anti-eco rounds. Not quite. I jinxed them. That's okay, because they survive a 4, and that is them still growing their economy. So 9-12. All of a sudden, James, it is starting to look really scary if you're mousesports.
ENCE are back. The T side. Only 1 round 1 in this half so far by mousesports, but here is the full buy. So now it's time for him to change that. Alu is 20 for 15 at the moment. He's feeling it, but T-side AWP, not the most ideal thing in the world. That said, he's got a Krieg at the moment. And snipers can find comfort in the scoped Krieg instead of the AWP, although who doesn't find comfort in a Krieg these days? Double HE's Frozen avoids most of the damage, and he's got one to send back. An exchange of communication by way of explosion. Banana quickly taken by ENCE. There's flashbangs. Frozen looking for a take, but I think he might have eaten part of that flashbang. And there's the early 5 versus 4 that mousesports did not want to be on the receiving end of. They have 3 grenades left. Woxic was looking to rotate with AWP, but he doesn't have one of those flashes, which would have been useful for the B player. But everything calms down as ENCE consider their options.
Yeah, and they should absolutely carefully consider them, because mousesports have decided to gamble here. And this is it's one of those interesting spots, because typically, one of the reasons why you might want to stack 3 towards A in this spot is because if you have the classic, oh, we've taken a pick, they're going to play 2 to a bomb site. The A is a bomb site where you can more easily separate players and take the bomb site. It's kind of like the same situation on Dust 2. You want to go for A because you can isolate one player much more easily. So I think that's what mousesports are counting on here, that ENCE go for that attack, but it's just smart from ENCE. They will try to go for a half-hearted effort. Maybe it's not so smart. It's not really working out. Oh my god, now they're walking into the stack, James. They have really not done this as well as they would have liked to. Yikes.
Yeah, they tried to offer a fake towards the B bomb side, but there was 0 rotation. Sergey, the only man spotted, and mousesports did not move a muscle.
Yeah.
Maybe they've seen something like that before because they were so static. It was like they disconnected their peripherals. Absolutely no movement on the A bomb site whatsoever.
Well, one thing that's also interesting there too is that a lot of teams, what they like to do is they like to go for the arch wrap in that situation because the kind of the pit setup, the pit site setup that can be common if it's a 2-2 setup for a CTs. One of the best ways to deal with that is by attacking through arch, because then the pit player has very little angles to play with, and the player on site, you know, suddenly is finding a lot less cover. You know, that close box position, the back of the site can be mollied. Like it becomes suddenly very difficult to hold. So I was surprised that they didn't try to go for that. But well, they've given themselves chances to recover. They have a lot of bank because of their successful anti-ecos. So they're still very much in this with a buy. I was really hoping they would use the Mac 10 player as information play to one of the sites as well. But they're yet to really opt to go for that sort of a tactic.
As brief as the success has been for mousesports so far in this half, they're only 3 rounds away from victory. They don't need that much to go their way. Alu is on the AWP on this occasion. We spoke in the round prior about the difficulties you can have on the T side. The aggression though from mousesports. Maybe he'll be given an opportunity. Rox, oh, he's turned around at absolutely the wrong time, and that's going to cause some problems in their mid setup. So many different things could happen now. Chris J forced to the no man's land. Alu's taken out his 180s, but he can't get a second kill. Woxic now surely feels vulnerable. Picks in the apps. How long does he stay exposed to that boiler position? Falling back into the smoke. They've got to give up top mid.
So this is interesting. This is like a similar spot to the previous round in terms of players, but it looks like ENCE will not wait around. They're just going to go straight into the A site. It's a great move to double peek onto Woxic. And now Frozen, he's in an impossible situation, too far away to have any impact here. And that's beautiful. ENCE had a timing to go aggressive, and they took it. And that's brilliant, because when they took it slow in the previous round in the same situation, they really didn't have a great answer. So they will move towards the 10th round, but they're still 3 behind mousesports. And this really sucks, James, for mousesports, because much like ENCE on the first half, they can't win consecutive rounds. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, that's really expensive. Really expensive. ENCE make it to double figures. Frozen just trying to hold on to whatever he can. But still, there's room for mousesports to build some more money. At least that's going for them. I mean, most of them have got... They're okay for this round, I think. But they've got to start getting those consecutive rounds. Mousesports are only 3 away from map 3. ENCE are only 3 away from mousesports. And ENCE have had almost all their success in this half. Almost a mirror in that respect, as the CT side sucked for them as well. Well, mousesports had some options, but they will be looking for the bigger buy in the next round. So they'll buy some pistols, the odd grenade around the rifle on Frozen. Now, who will be trying to make a difference here? Who will be trying to get the early pick? Frozen is very passive on the B bomb site with the rifle. Not making any forward plays of it. It will be the pistolers, so I suppose if everybody goes A, he can hold on to things. Chris J rings the bell of value, but he's still on 14 HP. He's alive for now. Frozen not moving. It'll be hard for him to get more than 1 kill if they go towards the B bomb site, I think. Deep in by New Box at present, although mousesports are starting to move. Carrigan's making his way towards the well, so something could happen here. Carrigan has a flash. And Frozen, there's some activity from him.
Oh, interesting. That smoke that was thrown from mid actually did pull Woxic back towards A. But it's like mousesports realize that it's just it's a fake. But ENCE could still rotate back to A. They still have that option. They will commit though.
Frozen, that's the rifle gone straight away. It's being picked up by Karrakin. He does have Kevlar. Rops is taken out as well. Unable to really use these flashbangs, mousesports, but there's 27 seconds to plant this bomb, so maybe there's a chance because there's still some spray happening. Woxic creeping through, trying to do what he can. He gets two somehow, but he will fall. Karrakin still here with the AK-47. Looked a little dangerous, but ENCE will succeed. They are just 2 rounds away now. Again, that was an eco round from mousesports. They could have chosen to force it, but they want to give themselves an absolute full buy, maximum everything in this round. And here's where they must be successful.
I have no idea how Woxic got a second kill. The first one was like, okay, I can see that coming, but interesting stuff. 2 rounds trailing now as ENCE. They've been playing from behind the entire map, basically, and it's been tough, but they're finally getting close. Exchange an ace on Banana once again. So you're playing into the smoke. I don't want to give too much respect to the smokes on Banana if you can possibly avoid it. And Ariel will creep his way in towards the balcony position. Looks like ENCE might have a unsuspecting timing there. Woxic with the pick towards B. And there goes the balcony burst, and looks like Rops will be able to deal with it. X7 will be able to make his way to pick. He gets another kill, that's huge, but Rops will defend, and that's a very important kill. And that might just shut down the round entirely. Alu with the AWP rushing towards the arch position, hoping to try to find something that's workable here. But I don't know that there's much for him to do. Indeed, he'll get taken down from middle. So 14 rounds, mousesports only 2 away. However, ENCE still have a pretty good bank to go to. For this round. Sergey, I think, might need to drop a gun for Ariel, and maybe Sonny will need to do the same. Alu has an AWP once more, but now it's ENCE's economy which is swirling around the drain. This will be a very, very key round for both teams. For the most part, some good utility. Alu's got a grenade with the AWP on the T side of Inferno. It's not the biggest deal in the world at all. Going pretty deep for an early pick, but Woxic is towards Banana. I think this is a Furia smoke, isn't it? I don't know, but he needs to be careful. Alu's so close to that edge. There we go, Woxic. He had the better side of things there. Saw enough of Alu, had a flick as well. Opening kill goes away in mousesports. It's so difficult, some of those tricky smoke setups around Banana. 4 versus 5 will be difficult to play from, and the top mid take is coming. It's not really too much of a setup here from mousesports, but they have Robs elevated. He'll be traded out, but Chris J is going to be traded too, it seems. So 2 versus 3 is workable, but they don't expect Karrakin around the corner. Now it's down to Sonny to prevent the worst from happening. This is the clutch that they desperately need. They don't have any money upon losing this round, and then mousesports will be on game point. So it's going to be big from Sonny through the smoke, gets the kill, but the instant trade gives a 15th round to mousesports. Game point for them. Well, it's CSGO, James. So ENCE, they can definitely do something with this money. 2 to 3K on every player. A scout from Ali on Inferno. Inferno scout. I don't know about that. It's not the best map for that. I'm not a huge fan of a T-side scout on Inferno, but see what he chooses to do. I feel like it's actually the hardest map to really make it work out of the competitive map pool. I actually can't think of a better map. Sorry, a worse map, that is. But hey, if he shows us that it's impactful in this round, then I'll happily eat those words. Tactical timeout from mousesports just to maybe consider what to expect in this round and where their advantages may lie, how aggressive they want to be or not. All within their hands now, mousesports. More utility, better weapons. They'll start off with more map control. Maybe ENCE still having nightmares from Rops' plays in the first half in the apartments. Nobody on Arch to start with for mousesports. 3 players towards A. Go for a double short play once again. Flashes are up on Banana, but Sonny is the one who's down, falling to the flames, and that leaves 4 for ENCE. The scout still on road. X7 will pick up the Galil, was rolling with a P250 before that.
Now, what are their options? The only person with grenades here is X7. Everybody else has nothing.
Okay, so there's like a couple peaks here where Alu can get value from the scout. No one towards Arch though, so that's one of the peaks. What else can he find? Very passive setup from mousesports, so there is some space to work with for ENCE. You get the smoke past the Arch position to isolate it. Isolate the Arch player a little bit. Try to prevent the library player from having any vision. And no one checking towards
Oh my
Arch.
god.
Okay, just the one bullet. What a... How is he so cognizant of how many bullets he has left? Just carefully placing that last bullet. Some brain surgery from Carrigan.
So many sound cues in the Arch position as well. Just he had so much free information, Carrigan. And that's that. We go to Dust 2. 16-11 for mousesports. They are able to turn things around on their CT.